Hello everybody, welcome to the sneak preview of Halloween Horror Nights 31. Tonight is the night, this is the last night. Tomorrow is the official opening of Halloween Horror Nights 31, which by the time this video posts, it'll actually be tonight, is the official opening of Halloween Horror Nights, and we will be there filming, but today, this is the last day. They are doing team member previews, so we're going to go around, we want to take a look at everything. This will be our last update before the actual Halloween Horror Nights 31 official video of opening night. So we're going to go around, we're going to take a look at all the different things that are happening here. Again, a sneak preview. We'll see all the updated scare zones and haunted houses and all the progress. As we are walking around the park, I will put up this map on the screen and it's just going to kind of follow us around through the park so you know where we're at any given moment and where all the different locations are. And this map is available on our Twitter channel at The Noble Ways. Check it out. So let's get started. Should be a lot of fun. I'm really anxious to see what's going on here. And then tomorrow's the night, so let's go. We're at our first stop, which is the Pumpkin Lord area here in the very front of the park. Now I'm going to pop the map up on the screen so you can kind of see where we're at. Again, we're going to have this map up. It's going to follow us around so you'll know all the different locations and where exactly things are. So when you're planning on coming, maybe tomorrow, which is AKA tonight, or the next days, you'll know where everything is and what to expect. This right here is brand new. It's only been here a couple of days. Pumpkin Lord is ready to go. I'm going to assume that he's going to be hanging out at the top of that pumpkin, yelling things at people while they're walking by. But this is the Pumpkin Lord zone here. More of the traditional Halloween decorations. Man, it's really come along since the last time we did an update. Lil Boo is hanging up there. Lil Boo's made an appearance in a few different places here at Universal. Look at that, there's a 31 sign right there for Halloween Horror Nights. There's Lil Boo right up there. You can kind of see him. Probably can't see him very well, but he's right there because right directly in the sun. That's coming along. I don't know, it doesn't look like this zone's going to be very scary. I feel like this is going to be like, you know, kind of a milder zone. We're just going to make a loop around the park. We're going to start by going down Hollywood Boulevard, which is actually the recommended approach that I say to take when it comes to Halloween Horror Nights when you first get here, is to go right when you first come into the park and then just sort of take that loop. That's the best way to get almost everything done in one night at Halloween Horror Nights. So let's just kind of go on that journey. The first thing you'll come to is the Nettlewood Cemetery area. This is the Graveyard Deadly Unrest. For the most part, it hasn't changed much since the last time we were here. A little bit more of sort of the details have been added. Some of the like vines. A couple of little like small little knickknacks and things that they've added to some of the shelf spaces. But overall, not a whole lot has changed in this area. That first area I feel like has been built up more that we just showed where the Pumpkin Lord will be. That's the Horrors of Halloween scare zone, the first one that we looked at there. It's called Horrors of Halloween. And it's really come up, but I feel like it's going to be more tame, a little bit milder. I feel like this one might actually be a little bit scarier, but it's also pretty big and wide. So I don't know if it'll be quite as crazy as some of the other ones, which we'll see in just a second. Wow, this is the Scarecrow Cursed Soil Scare Zone. It has really come along since the last time we looked at this. Look at this. There's a whole Plymouth automobile right here. All this like stuff in it. And I feel like this particular scare zone, it's pretty small and it's very narrow. There will be a lot of people walking through here, so it's going to be really tight. I feel like this might be one of the more scary scare zones because I feel like there's going to be people pressed up on you. And you can't like really go around it that well. So I feel like it's going to be kind of dodgy going through here and like scarecrows coming out of the woodwork. scaring you? We'll find out, but I feel like this small little area here is gonna be, it's gonna be one of the good scare zones here. We'll find out. Looks like they've actually expanded the scarecrow zone to come out here as well, all the way down through here. So now it's actually bigger, but it's still really narrow right here, so there's not a lot of space, and there will be a lot of people walking through here. Ooh, there's definitely gonna be some stuff jumping out of that, I can tell. Okay, good, so it's actually gotten a lot bigger, this scarecrow area. It was really small, and I didn't realize it had been extended out here, so that's cool. It's gonna last a little bit longer than it was. Ooh, this is an outhouse. I wonder if there's gonna be anything in there. I don't know. We'll see. Ugh. Let's head over here. I want to take a look at the first two haunted houses that we usually recommend coming to. Headed over here towards ET. These are usually the two haunted houses that I would recommend hitting first. As I said, just go straight to the right there, and if you go through those two scare zones, you got two scare zones down, you come back into the ET area, and there's two haunted houses. Back here is going to be the Universal Monsters Legends Collide and the Weekend After Hours one as well. So two haunted houses for the price of one right back here in this corner, and you can hit them pretty quickly. Now, as soon as you're done with the first two haunted houses, the Weekend and Universal Monsters Legends Collide, you want to go towards the Simpsons Land, because that will be where the next two haunted houses are. And there's also a few attractions open during this time. I don't really recommend that you spend time riding the attractions. The wait times are usually okay. I mean, they're not like crazy long, but they're not really that short either, so it's not like a quick in and out. And I mean, you're paying all that money to do Halloween Horror Nights. I just personally wouldn't want to waste my time riding rides. I want to come here for the Halloween Horror Nights experience. So, but Men in Black will be open over here. But the other two, there will be two haunted houses right up here on the right that you can see. They do have some of the signage out already. That sign right there is basically just one of the standard signs that says like, warning, you know, scary stuff ahead. And then usually on that television screen there, it would actually have the name of the haunted house. And this will be Descendants of Destruction and Bugs Eaten Alive at these two spots here. So there'll be one here, and there'll be one a little bit further down in there. There'll be another one. So two of the haunted houses will be right here. Bugs Eaten Alive is supposed to be a pretty interesting one coming up. So again, it's probably going to be a hot ticket item. So you're going to want to hit this one as early as possible within the evening. So again, right when you do those first two, I'd head over here and do Bugs Eaten Alive. They have a couple of shirts here that say Blacklight Reactive Apparel. And since you're probably going to be going through some blacklight areas here during Halloween Horror Nights, these are probably good shirts to buy, because they'll light up and then I'm guessing they'll react. Halloween Horror Nights. Check out the back of that. Look at that. Halloween Horror Nights. It's got all the different houses on it. Now, what's interesting is this is actually there was, when we were talking in an earlier video about a leak, there was a leak that showed all the different haunted houses. This is pretty much the exact image that was shared months ago. So it looks to me like this is the shirt and this is the back of the shirt that was actually leaked. So it was legitimate. It was a legitimate leak, because this is pretty much exactly it. Pretty cool. And this one was $33 and the Michael Myers one was $37. Now they have lots of kiosks out here as well. They'll be all throughout the park, throughout the entire evenings, where you can buy merch, so you don't have to go into one specific store. Usually have similar merch at all the different kiosks, but there will be some different ones here and there, depending on what you're looking for. Now right here, right before you get to Halloween Horror Nights, the Nightmare Fuel show, there is a haunted house right here. So the speculation was originally that the Bugs Eaten Alive was over there, which is what I talked about over where I said Descendants of Destruction and Bugs Eaten Alive, but I didn't see the actual stand there for it. So I was a little bit confused, and now here I am. This is Bugs Eaten Alive. I can kind of see it peeking through there. So the Bugs Eaten Alive entrance looks like it's going to be the same place as where Scary was last year. So I should probably have to update the map now for that, because it's actually going to be in a slightly different location than what we originally thought. And I was wondering, because there was one here last year and I was so confused. I was like, I'm curious as to why they don't have one right here, and they actually do. So that's interesting. One thing on our speculation map was wrong, so we will have to update it. But now let's talk about the Nightmare Fuel Wildfire. This is the follow-up from the amazingly successful show last year here at the Fear Factor Live Pavilion. And it looks like the show times are going to be 8, 9:30, 11, and 12:30 a.m. That may change throughout the event. But highly recommend doing this. You know, if you're going to do one of the shows, I think this is a pretty cool show. It's got fire eating. It's got lots of acrobatics, lots of cool things in it. So not for the faint of heart. There is a lot of pyrotechnics and loud things, but it's a pretty cool show. I want to head over here now. So we're just continuing our loop, and we're going to head towards the Wizarding World. But there is a couple of things in this center area that I want to show. So Chucky's back. Chucky was here last year. It was a cool little photo opportunity where you could get in sort of like the toy box, Chucky's toy box, and do a photo in there, and it's back. So we're going to get to do that again this year. And here it is right here. Pretty cool. Yeah, so you can actually go in there. There is an effect in there. There's a button that you can push, and there's an effect, which is only there at nighttime, obviously. But you're going to be able to go back in there and do a little quick Chucky photo op. And then they also have the Return of the Pumpkin booth here with some eats and treats. So let's keep on marching. There won't be anything in the Wizarding World section, so we'll just skip right by that. This year they are having the Death Eaters over in Universal Hollywood. They have not announced that they will be having them, unfortunately, in the Orlando Wizarding World. I believe someone had told me, I'm trying to remember who said it in one of the comments, but that they did have Death Eaters at the Wizarding World in a previous year. I think it might have been when they had Halloween Horror Nights over in Islands of Adventure, over on that side. They had the Death Eaters over there. I might be wrong on all that, but I think. So maybe we'll get surprised this year. Maybe they'll show up in the Wizarding World here at Diagon Alley. I guess we'll find out, but as of right now, we don't know of that happening. So that's disappointing because I think it'll be really cool. Last time we were here, we weren't sure what this was with these little stone obelisks and stuff here, but it does look like it's been updated. So it looks like it's going to be a premium cocktails patio where you can get some premium cocktails, $17, $13, one drink per guest per ID. It says located at Lombard's Patio, which is basically this area and then the area around to the right. So I'm not sure how the service for the alcohol will happen, but it looks like maybe it's going to be back there somewhere, or maybe on the other side of this building. But now we know. Now we made it to the Conjure the Dark Scare Zone. Wow, it has really been built up since the last time we did an update. Wow, look at this. There's like a cave here. There's a lot of additional stuff in here. They still have the large sort of stage here with the cauldron, which again I believe is going to be some sort of like witch or sorceress, probably brewing something up with dry ice effects in there. So that's going to be pretty cool. I wonder if there'll be like sort of a mini show or something on here even. Maybe they might do like a mini show of some kind. But yeah, they've got a lot of cool stuff here. They've got more stuff. Look at that. There's like a hand. There's like hands sticking out of there, tied up, and there's like all these like glyphs and things on this like monolith. A bunch of bones down there. Yeah, so this is going to be cool. And this kind of feels like a small scare zone area. This one's going to be pretty neat. Hopefully they got some really good lighting effects in here. That's going to amp it up quite a bit. The only thing it's not got going forward is the fact that it's in front of Fast and the Furious. Another cave right here. Oh, look at there's a big speaker in there too. It's a little carts and stuff with skulls. There's another cave over there. Over here by Fast and the Furious, it looks like we were on the money here. This is where the Horrors of Blumhouse is going to be, I think. I mean, I can't really tell. I don't want to look in there because it's rude and inappropriate. But I'm going to assume that's probably what this one is here. The Horrors of Blumhouse will be back here. So looking forward to that. Continuing our loop around, headed towards the Mummy. You can see there's some new Halloween decorations up. These like tall, gosh, those are like 15-foot tall pumpkins. I mean, they're pretty big. Look at how big those are. See that person standing there? Those are pretty large, but a few more. There's a smaller one over there. Now this is over here, which we kind of talked about a little bit the other day when we were kind of going around showing everything. This is new. It's called the Meats Locker. And check out some of the food that they're going to have in here. We thought this might be a VIP area, but it's not. It's going to be open to the public. But look at this, fried zombie brains. Spoiled angry bear meat. Look at that, it's nasty. Sour beating gummy heart. So there's a lot of cool things in here. Let's go check it out. The Meats Locker. They've added a few more things since we were here last time. Got another menu up there. This should be pretty cool. And then, as predicted, this is where you get the specialty cocktails, this small little booth over here. So the cocktails over here in this little corner. Main dishes right up here. And, ooh, what's this? This is kind of cool. What's back there? Ooh. I have a feeling that's going to be either where they just come in and out with like more stuff, like when they're running low on food or whatever, or maybe there's going to be somebody jumping out of there and scaring you. We're coming up on the Mummy here, and the Mummy is one of the attractions that was scheduled to be open for Halloween Horror Nights, and it's actually open right now. We can actually hop on it right this second if we want to. We're letting people in right now. Kind of trying to figure out if I want to jump on it or not. I mean, it says it's a 45-minute wait, and honestly, it isn't really any different from what it was before. But I'm glad that it's open, so that's cool. We'll probably hop on that maybe another day and check it out, but it's open right now. It says 45-minute wait, so there you go. If you were wanting to ride the Mummy and you were worried and wondering, is it going to be here for Halloween Horror Nights? You're good to go. It's open. Not a lot of updates here at the Sweet Revenge from the last time we were here. Not a whole lot more to talk about. It's kind of the same thing. The only big thing that I've noticed is Major Sweets Candy Company. They do have like a lot of treats and things, obviously, in the Halloween Horror Nights Tribute Store, which is open. It's pretty cool in there. Only open right now to pass holders and team members, but they do have a lot of the sort of candy and things that sort of is related to this. But it wasn't called Major Sweets Candy Company. I think it was called Twisted Treats or something like that, but not a lot updated here. That one was sort of the first scare zone, I feel like, that came out. And as predicted, you see the two haunted houses here, the one there on the left and the right. So Dead Man's Pier and the Fiesta de Chupacabras will be right back here. They do have the boards up for them getting ready, so we were correct in where they actually are at. And I'm going to assume that this board right here, it does, yeah, I can see it right in there. You can see Halloween sort of peeking through there. See that word? See those words? It's definitely Halloween. So this is going to be the start, probably, area for the line right outside of Jimmy Fallon for the Halloween Haunted House, which is going to be very popular, I'm sure. One of the most popular houses this year will be right there. So you're probably going to want to grab a drink of some kind or some sort of snack from one of these booths over on the left. Usually they have like the Twisted Taters and stuff over there. You're going to want to grab something from one of those before you get in line for that Halloween Haunted House there, because I'm pretty sure it's going to have a really long line, and you are going to be in that line for a long time. You're going to want to have a drink. You're going to want to have a snack. It's going to go all the way back into the back. And yeah, you're going to be in that line a long time. And then look at this line here. You can see this line. See this giant line right here? This huge. This is going to be for Hell Block Horror. Or it could potentially be for Halloween as well, or both, depending. But they go back there really far. But I mean, look at this. This is a huge line. Ooh, looks like it's going to rain. Huge line. You're going to be in line a long time for these haunted houses. And here are a lot of the food booths. They are up. They have some cool little decorations on them. I like them. But there's a lot of the food is right here in this section. Right out here, sort of in front of Mummy, over by where Shrek was. In that sort of corridor there, there's a bunch of food places. You can see a couple of them here. They've got popcorn. Killer stovetop popcorn custard. Oh, that sounds weird. Now, right out front of Rip Ride Rockit and Hell Block Horror, they have carnival games. So if you're dying to play some carnival games while you're here, ooh, I said dying to do it like that. Anyway, whatever. Then you can do it right here. I don't know. I don't think I would really want to, but it's kind of fun. Could be fun. Probably a little pricey. A little too rich for me. We usually don't play those carnival games because they're kind of expensive. I'm not very good at them, so we don't end up winning. But it is fun, though. If they were cheaper, I would probably play them because they're actually a lot of fun. And that's the circle. We've pretty much hit the whole circle. There is one more haunted house right up here on the right, which is the Witch's Brew Spirits of the Coven. Again, obviously going to be probably some sort of like witches theme. And it's right over here on the right, outside of Despicable Me. You can see it. You can see the signage there, obviously covered up, but it's going to be right back there. And this will be one that kind of fills up quickly, even if it's not a good haunted house. It may be a great haunted house, but even if it's not, it'll probably fill up really quickly because it's right here by the entrance. So there you have it. That's our final update for Halloween Horror Nights 31 here 2022 before it actually opens. So this is the last update. Again, it's happening tonight for team members, I believe. It's still happening tonight, but officially will be tomorrow, aka probably today when you watch this, and we'll be here filming all the action. We should have a video for you as well tomorrow of all the fun we had at Halloween Horror Nights. So there's the last update, all the speculations, everything. We've seen all the stuff right before it launches. We figured out where all the haunted houses are, so thanks again for joining us. Until we see you again tomorrow, the Noble Way.
It's the easy way.
Bye-bye, everybody.